Yo, but you know what? You got the right shirt. You got the right shirt on. You got the what is it? The Mario Karts on. You got the Mario Karts on. Put that on for the kiddies. Yeah, that's some dad shit. If you like dad content, sorry, that's another bullet point. We're gonna be providing you with some dad content as well.
Oh yeah, from these two, because my pullout game's strong, so I ain't got to worry about shit like that.
Yo, see that this guy, and he stay hydrated too. See, I like that. Oh, you're gonna get a weekly dose of some health tips. You know, stay hydrated. Drink your water. I do something similar. You'll catch me here with my silver cup. You haven't seen Invisible Man 2020.
No,
I haven't seen Underwater, but I know it has Bella from Twilight in it.
Yeah.
Kristen Stewart. And I heard like it goes into like it gets right into the movie. Like it gets right in from beginning to end.
It does. She looks like a boy. She looks like Eminem in the movie.
Well, let's be politically correct here. She just has some short hair.
She looks. So, you know what, Al? Sorry, she looks gender neutral.
We don't want a situation here.
The movie was I liked it, but I like everything, so you can't take my word for it. Tune in if you want to hear about all the movies that I like, which is all of them. But you're right, it does. First 2 minutes in, shit went to hell. You don't even know what's going on. It was good. Invisible Man was good. I liked it.
So what's up with what's it about?
Well, I guess spoiler alert. Hold on, let me turn on my light. Is my light better this way? Cool.
You can talk about the movie without spoiling it.
Yeah, you don't got to spoil the movie.
Well, they're underwater. In the Mariana Trench. Maybe I pronounced it right. Marinara.
Wait, so in a movie called Underwater, they're underwater?
That's crazy.
Yeah, that's wild, bro.
No, well,
that's wild.
And I wonder, I'm like, damn, like, how do they film this, right? Like, because they ain't really under there. Like, where are they? It can't be all CGI.
In the ocean.
Well, anyways, so they're underwater and they're in a big drill. Right off the bat, like you said, Al, 2 minutes in, shit goes to hell. They gotta find a way to survive. And it's the kind of movie where the minute you see the cast together, the first thing you do is say, the black guy's gonna die. Right? Because it's true, right? Like you see them all interact, and then by the strength of their character, you can already determine, oh, that guy's getting the fuck out of here. That guy's the fuck out. So something happens where they don't know, they're wondering if it was an earthquake. And this is what I like about the movie the most, because you don't know what it is. And even from the trailer, it doesn't become evident that it's like a monster movie, I guess you would say. But even when you do discover that it's a monster movie, it's still not like, it's not like Pacific Rim. Pacific Rim, they're in Optimus Prime suits, battling underwater. It's not that. It's not a Godzilla movie where it comes out of the water and knocks over buildings like Rampage. So that's what we liked about it. So yeah, they're underwater, there's creatures, they're humanoid, but then like the mother bot comes out. Did I give it away?
This is spoiler filled. This is a terrible synopsis of the movie. I don't even need to see this shit now.
I got absolutely nothing from that description whatsoever.
Well, tune in next week and we'll give you a little bit more of nothing.
Oh man. We need to have a segment, movie reviews with Mikey. And you have to figure out what he's talking about.
It's like there's a girl and then like she's on this thing and they have to swim through water.
Well, speaking of a movie that would start like that, I was watching this movie called Sleepaway Camp. Remember that one?
Sleepaway Camp?
Yeah. A 1980s horror movie.
Nah.
You think she's the girl until she kills everybody, and then the very last scene, she's naked with a dick. Ta-da! Yo, what do you think about that one? Is that a good?
Yeah.
Yo, she's naked with a dick, and I was like, Sleepaway Camp. If you're ever interested, I'm pretty sure it's like early 80s.
Well, the last movie I just saw was Good Will Hunting, which is dope. Good Will Hunting.
Did you just see that for the first time?
Oh, no. I'm saying if you're in it, you better go see it because it's been out for, I don't know, what, 30 years now?
Something like that.
Is that like 96, right? Something like that, 90s, right? I could be making that up.
Dope. Like all the therapy sessions with Robin Williams and Matt Damon, those are real. Those are like those tug on your heartstrings.
I haven't seen that movie in a long time, but
you should watch it again. It's pretty dope.
That was a classic. Matter of fact, R.I.P. Robin Williams. It was his birthday the other day.
Yeah, it was a birthday the other day.
Yeah, Mork and Mindy. That was a good show.
On his birthday.
Yeah.
What about you? What about you, Ghost? What are you tuning into?
I don't really watch much TV. I play video games. I'm the real gamer in the room. But
that's a lie.
For as far as movies go, I haven't really watched any movies lately. But I watched Hamilton a couple times.
I hear that's pretty good.
Yeah, it's really good. One of my guilty pleasures is musicals, so I definitely enjoyed it. It was good music. It's got more of a hip hop vibe to it than your traditional like opera or.
I heard it's really like, good. Actually, Pachuca went to go see that. She went to go see that in Boston.
Yeah, so it was really good. I'm ashamed I didn't go see it live when it was out here, but seeing it now it's on Disney Plus, I definitely watched that. It was really good. I like history too. Like that was low key one of my favorite subjects. So low key I didn't even realize it till I was like out of high school. But learning about. I mean, obviously it's not accurate, but you know what I'm saying. It does like kind of shine light on the American Revolution a little bit, and then like the music's really good. It was a really good production, so I recommend that. What I've been watching.
That's dope, and it makes sense, right? Because he's the real gamer, aka his love life is history. So now that makes sense, right? That's nice. I like that.
I see what you did there, but I'm also not the one changing diapers, so. Is that
yo, my man? Say right now, that's a whole different. Let's get the channel rolling before we get to diapers with D's.
What you have? Two car seats now? You got 2 car seats back there?
Let me tell you, hell yeah, right? But let me tell you right now, them diapers. Have you ever met a couple who uses cloth diapers?
Yeah.
How do you feel about that?
It's disgusting. It's disgusting. Like, why do you want to take shit and put it in your washing machine?
Yo, digital peeps, if you agree with Jedi, please drop us a comment underneath this video. Yeah, it's disgusting.
You take a cloth that has shit on it or piss, and then you're putting it in your washing machine that you wash the rest of your clothes with.
Yo, that's no difference than calzoncillos, though.
Yeah, but calzoncillos have shit on them.
Hold on, wait. Mikey, do your calzoncillos have shit on them?
Yo, see, I knew he was Dominican. See, he got that accent down. Yo, let me tell you right now, my nickname used to be Calzoncillo Betty. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, that's
oh man.
Yo, that's mad funny, man. Yeah, well, I mean, during these COVID times, there ain't really nothing else to do, right? You tune in, you're watching your shows or your movies. Video games is clearly another medium of escape, right? Where you need to unwind. And now, thanks to Ghost, that my man, I'm trying to figure out, how do I get a capture card on my frying pan so I can stream my eggs being scrambled right now, right? Like shit's getting that crazy.
That funny. It's mad funny. I was thinking of like twitching me making pancakes. Cause I make some bomb pancakes.
Well, see, my man, don't sing it, bring it. I wanted to twitch this whole thing, but maybe that'll be episode. Like this is the featuring 0. Maybe F1 when we get to the first episode. Maybe we'll work out the kinks and start streaming it. But
this is the pilot.
Pilot, I like that. Yeah, yo, right now, Ghost, you got me like heavy into the streaming shit. I got all my settings down on my computer so I can stream some of them old shits.
Mm-hmm.
Yo. I picked up a goodie. Maybe this is our segue right into video game talk because I know we got right now the big talk is you get in the Xbox Series X or you get in the PS5. Now don't be pissed. Don't be pissed that I'm still picking shit up like this. Just picked it up. popped it in, super pumped to, yo.
Which flea market did you go to get that?
My man, I was on eBay. You know, I ain't even leaving the house. But you already know how mean I was with Capture the Flag. That was like my first experience with online gaming. Like, it was so bad that I really, my love life was history at that point. It was like, yo, don't talk to me. But it's like 7 a.m, but don't talk, because I've been online with my friends for an hour. It was bad.
You being like ranked, like I think you were ranked, right? You were ranked.
I was ranked. I was in the top 10 like every month with that game.
I remember you freaking nonstop. You knew all the shortcuts, all the
hell yeah.
That.
And the thing about me back then too is I was such a weirdo that I would buy it on the PS2, but I would play it on the Xbox, right? Because I would have the Xbox version too, right? And we put them on. I'd be like, nah, the Xbox one looks better. That's the one I want to play. So that's the one I used to play online. Back then, my account was hooked up to Earthlink. Remember Earthlink?
Wow. Is that still a thing?
No, well, it's such an obsolete thing that a couple years back when I was out in Waltham, I had to call Xbox to see if they could reset my password, because there were games under that account that the licenses ran out and you couldn't re-download them. So I needed to specifically log into that account in order to re-download. And the game specifically that I'm talking about is the Turtles in Time, the HD remake, I think it was. I don't know if you ever played it, but it was a HD like 3D model characters. Really, really, they did a really good job with that game. But
man, that's forever ago. Earthlink.
So what have you been playing lately then?
Did you get Paper Mario?
That's actually, I'm not supposed to know, but that's my birthday gift for tomorrow. So I have that tomorrow. I've been playing Animal Crossing, still playing Mortal Kombat. The little boy is still, let me tell you right now. Al, so, Raiden streams with you. Gordo's been streaming his, he's been streaming the Fortnite. It's mad funny, right? We'll have one viewer, and I think that's me on my phone, right? I don't even think it's a real. And he's like, "Hi guys, so I'm playing with my dad. He's a newbie. And if you don't want to get caught, you don't want to shoot." And he's like talking, and I'm like, "Yo, this little kid, he should have his own channel, because I see the shit that he watches, and that's it. Like little kids like opening toys or little kids telling you what they're playing, and I'm like, this little kid should just do his own channel. I don't know if I'm ready to do that though, but." Those are the games that we got going on, man. Just Animal Crossing, Paper Mario later on this week, Mortal Kombat, Fortnite. Haven't seen, I might start streaming Gears of War because I haven't beat that yet. I might start it over and just start streaming and see if I can beat it, but that's it.
Gears of War is dope.
Mm-hmm.
You've been playing Ghost of Tsushima. How do you feel about it?
It is one of the most beautiful games I've ever played. It's visually stunning, right? So the way the wind blows and you see it in the grass, and the way the sunrise look, the way sunsets look, the fight scenes, the mechanics, the blood, like it was just put together really well. And then the story to it is really good. Like I choked up the other night, right? Like because there's points in the story that trigger me. So, but like the story to the game is really good. So it's really engaging there. The fight mechanics are super smooth. It doesn't feel irky jerky at all. You know what I'm saying? The camera sometimes get in the way, but you can pan the camera. It's just a well put together game. I think it's gonna win Game of the Year, honestly. It's open world, so it reminds you of like a Red Dead Redemption or Grand Theft Auto. Oh, let me give the Mikey synopsis of it. So you like swing a sword and ride a horse.
So you're talking about Ocarina of Time. That's old school. Now let's catch up.
But yeah, it is. I've dumped hours into that game, and I'm probably about 15% of the way through the story. But I've dumped probably somewhere between 15 and 20 hours in already. Because it's just easy. Like you just lose track of time. You're just riding your horse, you're fighting people. Next thing you know, like, oh snap, I just ate lunch, but now it's time for dinner. So you know what I mean? It's one of those kind of vibes.
Yeah, I feel you on that. I've been playing it as well, and I've never taken so many screenshots of the environment, like trying to get the moon shining off the grass or the sunset and everything. It's just so dope. Like all the reflections, like it's a beautiful freaking game, and that's all I'm hearing about it, and that's all I'm seeing as I'm playing it. And like you said, the combat's pretty dope. The parrying isn't too hard, like in Jedi Fallen Order.
Mm-hmm.
Jedi Fallen Order, the parrying system, it was more difficult than this one. This one's like perfect. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just dope. I love it. I'm loving it.
For all you viewers out there that are just tuning in and you're hearing us talk about beautiful games, I promise you we have love lives. We've had girlfriends, or we have girlfriends. We're married and kids. Like, we're not dweebs. I might check it out. I might want to check that out. But right now, with the new systems coming out, really the only thing I'm thinking about is the new Spider-Man. So I might be leaning towards that PS5 just for the new Spider-Man, because that first Spider-Man was absolutely bananas.
Dope.
But I feel like we haven't heard. Have we heard anything about that Avengers game?
I saw there was a release date for it. I think it's supposed to come out in September.
Well, originally it was supposed to come out in May,
Yeah.
and then it pushed back to it got pushed back to August, and then it got pushed back again to September. But what I've heard about it so far is that Iron Man and Thor don't play like they should, and Black Widow's the most fun to play with and to control. Like her combat's the most smooth out of all of them.
Yeah.
But for I think it's Crystal Dynamics that's making it, and I mean, there a lot of people are giving it crap because Captain America doesn't look like in the movie. They made their own models. You know what I mean? They made it so that it doesn't look like the movie. It's their own stuff, their own design. They wanted to do that, so it's getting a lot of flack for that. But I mean, it looks cool. I see a lot of gameplay on it. It looks dope.
What's the latest? What's the latest on specs or whatever the kids care about these days on PS5, Xbox? I know we're talking about teraflops and we're talking about fucking FPSs. What is the big selling point? Like, the only thing that I'm tuned into right now is, listen, I want to get one of these systems. I want to get both of these systems. I want a TV with HDMI 2.1 to really get all my visuals intact. That's the only thing that I'm thinking about when I'm thinking about these games, not FPSs. I don't know what it looks like when your FPS slows down. Does that translate to lagging when you're watching the screen?
So how FPS works, right? For the record, Xbox has a higher FPS. Xbox is going to do 120 while PlayStation is only going to do. So to put it into context, right, with 120 FPS, like if you're looking at my hand, you'll see my hand move this way.
Yeah.
With 60 FPS, what you're seeing is flashes of my hand moving. Right? So with a higher resolution, you can track it better. This is why people always say like PC gaming is, they call it master race, right? Because, with the 120 FPS, like if you're playing a shooting game, if you're playing Call of Duty, you can actually see that guy moving across the screen. And you can track him better and you can shoot him better because of the higher resolution. Versus, you're seeing this and it's like, yo, I'm pointing right at him and I'm not hitting him. And that's why, because it's just not as smooth. So that's the difference in the 120 versus 60.
So to your point, that must have been the case in GoldenEye when I couldn't be hit. That was that nice.
Anyway, I'm hearing all these numbers about the PS5 and the Xbox, except for the one that counts, which is the price. So they're playing price. Nobody to be, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Now you probably got a point there. The prices, I feel like they're all over the place.
I think what I've heard, the most common thing is they're going to be, priced competitively, but it's going to be, somewhere in the $600 to $700 range. That's what I'm hearing.
Yo, my man, you can miss me with that bullshit. I remember when this shit came out.
You're still gonna get it anyway. So what's
I know. When this shit came out, remember this shit was $600?
Yo, is that a Foreman grill?
Yeah.
That's the George Foreman?
I think I saw some grease pouring out of there right now.
Yo, when that shit came out, that shit was $600, and that was like the most expensive one ever. And then what? The 360 was what, 400 maybe?
Like 3-4. But it also depended, right? If you got the 4 gigabyte hard drive versus the 10 gigabyte hard drive versus, you know, the one without a hard drive. Like, but with these, you know, they're going to have, it's looking like there's going to be 2 models, digital and non-digital. So digital only isn't going to have the CD-ROM drive versus the non-digital, which is going to come with the CD-ROM drive.
And then, see, when I think about digital versus non-digital, is that really the absolute only difference is you have a drive or you don't have a drive? And what I mean by that is, if I have the one with a drive, am I taking up less space, internal memory, by buying the disc versus downloading the game? That's what I wonder.
I don't know, man. Because it's like you have to install the game anyway.
That's what I'm saying, right?
So it's like, you know, you gonna go to the store, pick up the game, come home, put it in, and it's gonna take 4 hours to install the game.
60 gigabytes or whatever it is.
So I don't know how much space you're saving, but for me, I'm converted. I've been doing all digital for years now. Like the last game I bought was like Black Ops 3.
Yeah, I've definitely been doing digital on my Switch. But yo, Nintendo's late to the game. Like Nintendo doesn't want to give you no shit for memory. Nintendo's still giving you the memory you got on your first iPod. You know what I mean? Like they're like, yo, you can get the 1 gigabyte model or you can get the 2 gigabyte model. They're not trying to give you no internal memory. So you got to buy the memory cards. Memory card prices are going down, which is nice. I might have a 256 inside of my Switch, but the games are mad little, right? The games are like, I mean, I think Mario Maker was less than 2 gigabytes. Which was an awesome game. The games are very small, so I don't have a problem with that. I got a ton of games there. With my Xbox and my PlayStation, I have the PlayStation 4 that I have has 2 terabytes. So that's nice. But the Xbox One X that I have only has 1 terabyte. And then I have to constantly be, I mean, granted, you're only playing really 1 game or 2 games at a time. You don't need all that space. I gotta delete shit, get shit out of there. The little boy gets mad. Daddy, you deleted my game. Papi, it's there. It's just in my way.
I mean, Nintendo's still using cartridges, man.
Interestingly enough, though, that damn Animal Crossing still takes at least a full 60 seconds to load up, which is bananas to me. I'm like, yo, you're using a cartridge. That shit should just be instant. Why aren't I just playing the game right now? It's definitely going to be interesting to see what the new systems are going to do. But you know, I'm not giving up on Nintendo. I don't care. Nintendo could come back and be like, yo, the next system could be Game Boy size cartridges. I'm still going to fuck with them. They're still going to give me Mario Brothers. They're going to give me Mario Kart. Anything with Mario in it, which is golf, tennis, fucking bocce, flip cup, anything Mario, I'm buying. And then all their other, you know, first party joints, I have to check them out. So Nintendo definitely has got a nice loyal fan base, I would say.
Well, they got that Switch Pro coming out, I think next year.
If that's really a thing, I'd love it, right? I'd love it. I think the Switch. Have you played the Switch, Al?
Just at your house.
So you haven't even really fully, but now, Ghost, you've done it. Like you've had the Switch, like you've docked it, undocked it, jumped on the cardio deck, and then whatever.
I mean, I don't know about cardio deck, but yes, I have docked it and undocked it. It honestly, I like it because, you know, it's a 2-for-1. You know what I'm saying? It's a portable system, but then you could just play it at your house. Unfortunately, I lost my Switch in the divorce, but I shouldn't say that. Not a divorce. I lost my Switch in the breakup, but
shit.
That's what happens when you get your girlfriend a gift that you actually buy it for yourself. I was scummy for that anyway, so there we go.
He ain't shit. That's why he ain't never been shit.
What happens to you happens to you.
So what I'll say, Jedi, is that like that Switch is very dope. I think the visuals look really nice. I mean, Zelda was of course a phenomenal game. Mario, what the fuck was it called? The last Mario game?
Odyssey.
Crazy game. And again, all the Marios that they're giving you, all the linear joints, the Mario Maker is amazing. And now, if you haven't played Mario Maker on the Wii U, it seemed like making the transition from having a tablet and a stylus to doing it with controls would be almost counterintuitive. It actually, they figured out how to use that wheel. It works like a charm. Making levels has never been easier. You can make an entire world. So if you remember Super Mario World, right, you would start off on Yoshi Plain or whatever it's called, and you go from one level to the next level to the castle. You could build one of those to upload it, right? So you could build each level and the castle to your world, and you can continue making more worlds attached to it, which was super crazy. So the amount of Mario that you could play if you're into Mario is virtually unlimited. Just go online and play as many stages as you want. So the Switch, definitely a good system. I'd like to see a stronger system, right? If they're going to give us a Pro, if they're going to give us more internal space, if they're going to give us better visuals, I'm all for it.
I mean, the next system I'm going to buy is the PS4 Pro, because I just got a PS4 last year, and I don't plan on getting a new system until 7 years later, when it's cheaper, smaller, runs better, lighter.
Now, to that point, right, to Jedi's point about getting the next system smaller, one thing I never knew, right, till later on is, right, you have your first wave of systems comes out, or the first model of it, and then when they reintroduce the smaller version, it was always cool, right? Oh, I'm gonna get the smaller one. I didn't realize that they take shit out of it to make it smaller, more cost effective, and they give it to you. So I guess if we think about, like, maybe the Sega Genesis would be a good example. You had the first Sega, which had the headphone jack, volume controls, whatever. They gave you the Model 2. I don't know how different they are, but then they gave you a Model 3, which was like a bare bones. I'm not even entirely sure that the Model 3 could play every game the Model 1 could play. Then you fast forward a little bit, and we get into like PlayStation 3. PlayStation 3, when it first came out, backwards compatible fully. Dope. Something we want to see now with PlayStation 5. I want to play everything. Something we want to see with the new Xbox. I want to play everything. Midtown Madness. I want to play, remember that shit? I want to play all that. Now they revised the PlayStation 3. They take away USB ports. It's not backwards compatible anymore. And they give you that. So I never realized that that's what the plan was, right? Now Al's going to get a Pro in 2023
for like $200.
That's just going to be the low Pro. That shit going to have nothing. That shit ain't going to be a PS4. The 4 is going to be his kid's magnet thing that sticks to the fridge. That's going to be the 4 on it. I don't know.
I don't know, man. I think technology changes, right? So things get smaller, things get faster. You put a new motherboard in there, and you put a better video card in there, or whatever, right? And so that's what happened. Not necessarily the older ones, but like the newer ones, like the Xbox versus the Xbox, S versus the Xbox X.
Yeah.
Right. So it's like, all right, we upgrade the motherboard. Okay. We can take out this video card and solder this one onto it now, so you don't need as much of a case. So now you have the S, which is smaller. It's not fully 4K, but you can put it in 4K mode and get pretty damn close. The Xbox Series X comes out, and that's a little bit bigger than the S, but also smaller than the original. It's just like the technology changes.
That's mad funny though. To that point, remember the first Xbox? Remember that controller?
Yo, I think that's why my hands are so big, because they had to adjust to playing that.
Man, that controller was ridiculous.
You were playing with like 2 croissants, right? Yo, but one thing I will say about that controller, if you guys remember, this is innovative technology at the time, Remember the snap away cord?
Yeah.
Yo, Al should remember very clearly. Al, how many times did somebody walk in front of the systems and drag our shit down?
So
The GameCube would fly out the rack, or the PS2 would fly out the rack. The Dreamcast would fly off the table. The tearaway cords was the best thing to wireless. Like then wireless came and was like, yo, why do we even have cords anymore?
speaking of like old technology that was like we could use that now or ahead of its time, like you said before, the Sega with the headphone jack. Think about it back then. Like you could plug in your headphones and listen to the game as you're playing. You know what I mean? That was insane. That's insane.
Yeah, that was nuts. And like online play was introduced
On the
even before the Dreamcast, though.
There was a modem that you could plug in. Oh, what system was it? It wasn't any of the regular guys. It wasn't like a Sega.
It wasn't the Neo Geo. It wasn't a 3DO.
It was like
Philips CDI.
The Jaguar, maybe.
Jaguar.
It was one of those that had a modem.
But those were all 96. That was 96.
Yeah. The problem is, one, you're trying to play on dial-up. Come on, son. You got to hit the bish to get connected to the internet. One. Two, your internet is about as fast as, I don't know, a hamster running down the street. Like,
it ain't working.
Yeah.
Well, go ahead, Al. Go ahead.
Like it was Sega Saturn because Sega was just way ahead of its time on every system that came out.
Yo, but hold on, guys. Hold on. I'm going to hit you off with a little something. Super Nintendo in Japan, with my boys out there, offered an online service. They offered an online service, and you would tune in, and through this service, you would be able to play certain games. And one of them was they had released a Zelda game, and you had to tune in on Saturdays through your online connection in order to play segments of this game for, I think, about 4 weeks. You would play each segment of it, which is crazy that it was back then. But for me, like, I know this now, not then, but at the time, I think it was Dreamcast for me. I think Dreamcast was like, it was the wave. They had the VMUs. They had 2 of them. You could swap shit like the little Digi Pocket, Gigapets, whatever. You could put it into your controller. They had an online modem for it. So to me, the Dreamcast was definitely, I mean, like Al said, Sega was it. Sega was ahead of its time. It's been ahead of its time.
Yeah, didn't that wow.
Yes. That's good shit right there.
I wasn't kidding when I sent him a game. I still play my Dreamcast, bro.
Dreamcast is ill.
Yeah, I still play my Dreamcast.
Yo, Al, if you haven't picked one up, go on eBay. Pick one up for $40.
I might pick one up for my birthday in a couple months.
I think you should. I think you really, really, really should. You don't need to do anything to the system in order to play burnt games. So all you do is copy them and play them.
Yeah, that's where they messed up.
Yeah.
So one, they were before their time because they had the modem built in. Like you could plug into your Wi-Fi, or not your Wi-Fi. There was no Wi-Fi at the time. But you could plug into your internet. You know what I'm saying? And connect to your service provider through your Dreamcast and play online. So that was before its time. 2, like you said, the VMUs, like the Sonic game, you run around, pick up your friends, and then you can download them and feed them and take care of them and mix them together and make different versions of animals. Like, it was wild, the stuff that they was doing. And so it's unfortunate that it didn't work out. But
if you decide that you don't want to buy a Dreamcast, right, look into the program that I use. It's called Redream. I could send you a link, and you could, as long as you download the ISO file, I think it's a .cdi file. Actually, you'll download that. You'll be able to play it right on your computer. I haven't seen any hiccups. I've been playing Marvel vs. Capcom 2, which I think is a phenomenal game, and I will even say that I think it's better on the Dreamcast than it was on the PS2. So Marvel vs. Capcom 2, definitely check that out on there. Tokyo Extreme Racer, you already know how we used to do on that. Like, that was Yo, I'm gonna bring you back, and I saw you nodding your head, Ghost. So I know you already know what this game's about. I know Jedi knows this game. You'd be racing like that impossible race that you've tried a mad times, and you finally get to one of those spots in the highway where you're like, yo, I'm gonna bump him into the middle to the divider, boop, so he gets stuck, and then I could zoom away and beat him.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Man. Yeah.
Gentlemen, I mean, we've reached an hour. How do you feel?
Yeah, it's a good time to end it, I'd say.
All right, well,
Well, so where can people find you, Mag?
yo, they're gonna find me at yo. Don't get mad at the IG, right? The IG is called the Chili Chill. So that's the video game IG where I'm trying to post some of the retro games that I'm playing, maybe some of the new games I'm playing, some of the toys I have. You could check that out there. I really don't know the Twitch.
Twitch.tv/
D's Bolo.
You
That's
go.
where you can find me twitching, and I'm streaming, mainly Mortal Kombat. So if you want to see me rip some heads off, I'm trying to complete my shrine. So I'm working on that. That's where you can catch me.
What about you, Ghost?
Is it Ghost X on all platforms? On Instagram, it's a 0 because the dude who has Is it Ghost X hasn't posted anything. It has 2 followers and doesn't even have any pictures. Yo, give it up, man. You ain't even using it. Let me get that back. But yeah, I'm really active on Twitter. You can follow my Twitter for all updates. My schedule for streams on my Twitch. Yeah, that's cool.
And I'm at twitch.tv/Jedi_knife84. Same thing on Instagram. And
Yo, very dope, very dope. You guys subscribe, like, share, comment.